Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. This one is going to be a bookish one, and I am going to be doing my October wrap-up. And I know I did a fall TBR, but I kind of wanted to talk about what I plan to read in November. So let's get started in order that I read the books. October was a wonderful reading month for me. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually not one of my better months. Sweet. Anyways, but I read 6 books, so better than none, I guess, right? The first book that I finished, Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix, which is the 5th Harry Potter. So I finished that one. I also read I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. And I read The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. Gus. And I also read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. My cat is making a god-awful amount of noise. I just got my son to sleep, so quit. Which is obviously number 6 in the series. And then I read Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. And then finally I finished with Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And I read that one in 24 hours. It was so good. So, of course, for this upcoming month, November, I hope to read Siege and Storm and Ruin and Rising, both by Leigh Bardugo, and they're all the same trilogy, which is the Shadow and Bone, which is the Grisha trilogy, I should say. And I'm gonna get people aren't gonna like this, what I'm about to say, so just brace yourself, and don't get your pitchforks out yet. I tried reading Six of Crows, which I heard is her best work, and there's so much hype around it, and so I gave it a try twice. And I tried the audio version, which I didn't care for, so I was like, all right, let me just try the ebook. And I just didn't feel motivated to pick it up. Now, it could be because it was a really bad week. I shouldn't have even started a book. For about a week of this month, I was staying with my sister, and I had a 3-month baby. I was watching her baby, and I also had my toddler plus homeschooling. So there wasn't much time for reading. So I'm going to give it another go and see if maybe when I have less going on around me, maybe I can enjoy it more. And then also this month, I do plan on finishing the Harry Potter series. I've already got it checked out and ready to go. I will also be reading The Quilter's Kitchen by Jennifer Chiaverini. And to be honest, her book, The Quilter's Apprentice, was my very first audiobook that I ever tried. And it was life-changing, and I love her series. And I don't know if it's just because it was my first audiobook and I really got back into reading with her. I've always loved to read, but I did take a hiatus from it, for a while. And her series is what got me back into reading, hardcore again. So, this is not a popular booktube choice, and I don't hear anybody ever talk about it. But I do plan on reading it. It's really small. It's 204 pages, but in between them, mixed in with the story, is recipes, because it's The Quilter's Kitchen and it's following a chef. So this one I will probably read so quickly, but I'm excited to do it. And another book I plan to read in November, I've actually already started, and I've liked what I've read so far, is The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. And it's pretty good so far, but I do plan to finish it this month. Not only is it a really good story, but it's also a borrowed book. And I hate being the person who like borrows a book for like 6 months. I just hate doing that. And so I'm really busy this month, but I'm going to make time somehow. Maybe I won't sleep. And I'm going to read this massive book. But it's like a big floppy paperback, which are my favorite. And the story's good too, so that doesn't hurt anything. I also started The Spy Mistress by Jennifer Chiaverini, also by her. Another reason I like her, I forgot to mention, is one of my absolute favorite stories by her is Mrs. Grant and Madame Jewel. And I used to be so into historical fiction, and I still am, but I've been introduced to fantasy, so that's like all I read for now, like until I get sick of it, I guess. And this is historical fiction, so I wanted to give this one a go. And also Sonoma Rose by Jennifer Chiaverini, and these are all during the Civil War time, so I do love reading about the Civil War, and so she's a really great author. And the last 2 books that I do plan to read are The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederick Backman. Sorry, I have my piece of paper down here, and I know I keep blocking the light, and that's annoying. And finally, I do hope to get to Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. I might have to put that one off just because my library doesn't have it in audiobook yet, and I have a show I'm preparing for, so I have to do most of my reading in audiobook so I can listen to my book and get inventory done at the same time. That is my wrap up for October, and also what I plan to read in November, hopefully. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and like it and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!